Yeah, whenever you are out of role queue, you have to queue for support. There's no choice. I've been playing safe lane and I had a lot of success, but the thing is, after 4 role queues done, I had to play a support role because if I select these two only, I will earn role queue games. Like if I just roll these three, I don't gain any role queue. I spend roll queue. So alone also like that. Like if you're queuing any core position alone, you will only you don't get any role queue games. So in order to get role queue games, you had to select both of them. Then only you can get role queue. So that's a problem for me because I'm doing very good with safe lane core, but when it comes to support, I mostly fail because the carries are not doing very well. Maybe my support is not as effective. So whenever I play support, I sometime I win, sometime lose, but mostly lose. I cannot say whether I can win or not. So I'm here in this video to see like how can you improve your game as a support and increase your winning chance. So here I looked at a Reddit question right here, Reddit post someone posted here. Let's look at it. And here he mentioning 4 super simple support tips. Hey everyone, it's been a while since we posted a guide, heroes of the week or meta report here. This is 3 years ago, but I think most of the things apply today as well. We have been getting a ton of questions about support, so we wanted to condense the 4 biggest tips that 99% of the support players can benefit from. If you want to watch or listen to the instead of reading it, check it on YouTube. So he posted a video on YouTube as well. Let's see what's his channel. I'm gonna subscribe. So this is like Pro Dota 2 tips and tricks guides, 99k subscribers. Okay, that seems like a good channel actually. Let's see his video. When you should rotate. So he has a lot of good videos. I'm gonna start watching his channel. Pro guides, Dota 2 tips, tricks and guides. So I'm gonna watch this channel. But before that, let's go ahead and read these points. Every laning stage must come to an end, and usually the person that moves first has the advantage of initiative. Dictating the pace of the game is one of the easiest ways for support to drastically increase their impact in pubs. If you have played support correctly, you should have gained a level or 2 advantage for your carry before the 5 minutes boundary spawn. If you have, now is a great time to move around the map, find a vulnerable target on the other team and go win a second lane for your team with a well-timed gang. Drop a ward that will spot rotations to your safe lane by enemy supports mid and make your move. Ideally, you should keep TP off of cooldown to be able to respond if the enemy team targets your carry in response to your move. But if your carry has already taken the enemy towers or retreated to the jungle, you can often safely move to the opposite side lane to pressure there. If the lane is hard, your carry is bad, or you fucked up the lane with bad pulls or feeding kills, you should drop a ward and look to target a vulnerable enemy on the other side of the map. Sometimes the best way to save your carry's bad start is to attack the opposing carry or mid and throw a response of heroes to that lane, thus freeing your own carry to play unharassed for a bit of time. Yeah, I watched a lot. If your safe lane is busy, then you're gonna be having a hard time. Like let's say all of the enemy heroes are targeting your safe lane carry. If they are coming and ganging safe lane carry a lot, you're gonna have a hard game. But if enemy teams are ganging the offlane core, then you're gonna have a good time because it's the game is mostly depend on how much how much farm your safe lane carry gets, and he has to be free initially, like initial 20 minutes, 30 minutes. That's what has to happen, and that's defines the game mostly. So if you're having a hard lane in the when you're playing a safe lane carry, it's better for you to move to off lane and draw attention. And if the enemy team go to off lane and if they die, you have a higher winning chance. I saw that in a lot of game. Learn how to harass in lane. This is honestly one of the easiest problem to fix, but also one of the single most egregious error made by support players at this level and every level below. Do not attack the enemy heroes while you are in the creep wave. Ever attacking an enemy hero while standing in the creep wave will immediately aggro the creeps to you, possibly messing up your carry's timing on the last hits, forcing your wave to push away from your towers because the enemy creeps are no longer damaging your own, and also taking an unfavorable trade with whoever you are trying to harass in the first place. Play around periphery of the creep wave and get used to the aggro range. Abuse the ability to trigger an attack command from outside the aggro range, whereby your hero will be able to attack the enemy without repercussions for one attack. If you are a hero with long range, you should literally never aggro an enemy creep. If you are a melee hero, do your best to bully the laner before the first wave meet and start triggering hero aggro. After the first wave, use your body to position threateningly but not actually clicking the enemy hero. If they are getting low, they will often back up, and sometimes it's even worth it to just take a damage that would otherwise be directed at your laning partner. Okay, if you are an ogre laning with a slug with a range hero, let the range hero right click you as much as possible to avoid all the damage bothering your lower armor, lower HP region slug. If you do throw aggro to the creep of the creeps, quickly reset the aggro by clicking your own creeps or laning partner, and do your best to start denying your wave as early as possible to repair the damage. Right clicks is greater than spells. Use right clicks over spells if at all possible. They are free and you want to save your spells for a kill attempt after getting the enemy laner lower via right clicks. The longer you are in the lane with resources, the more dangerous it gets for your opponent. Most lanes can't kill at level 1 but can at 3, 4, 5. If you have already burned your mana by then, you can't take advantage of that power spike. Okay, so let's look at a few more points. Vision is the single easiest way to win the game. If there is one thing I have noticed that nobody does in the ancient bracket is to buy a lot of sentries. The only time people ever buy sentries, and even this is not 100% of the deal, is to divide a ward. They know exactly where it is. If you are playing support, especially PvP, you need to be buying 25-30 sentries in a game, even against a team with minimal or no invisibility. The reason is extremely simple. The team with more information will vulnerably play better Dota than the team without it. Every time you make a move to dark location of the map, it's imperative that you do your best to remove any vision the enemy team might have left there. Every time you get aggressive anywhere on the map, you should try to remove enemy vision. Every time you go anywhere you know the enemy team has been somewhat recently, you should try to divert. You are not going to find a ward with every sentry you place, but even spending 2 or 3 sentries remove a critical ward from your own jungle can be the difference between winning and losing a game. The best part of all, these sentries are only 75 gold now, which means you get more than their cost bracket for every divert. By the mid game, one divert is worth at least 2 sentries. Worth being an entirely relative term here, since the actual worth is so much more in terms of winning fights, finding gangs, or simply winning the game as a result of superior vision. Yeah, that's a problem. Like I've been playing Guardian games, and The major problem I face as a carry is people don't even bother buying the send rewards, and if that's used in the game, they don't buy ward at all. That literally loses the game. I had a game last time here. So here I was playing Ricky, and I had a Zeus in my team. He was a mid laner. These two guys, doesn't want to buy wards because they say there's a Zeus he can divert, but he can only divert so much. He can go around diverting stuff because he has to farm, fight with the team and stuff like that. So finally, what happened is he ended up buying wards. So he losing his own money, and this support is not even like two cent rewards for. And whenever I ask to buy wards, it's always 10 in the store, like 10 sentries and 2 wards in the store. And I say there's a sales in my game, why should I reward? And look at this guy's enemy, 31 sentry ward, 16. They have definitely more vision than us, and they won the game. Even though I was doing very good in this game, like I was like 24 kills, 12, 28, we still couldn't win the game because the supports are neglecting to what. Okay, buy the item that helps your team the most, not the item that helps you the most, unless it's the same thing. Despite the prevalence of the pro scenes, it's still amazing me how people buy our items and utility items. Damage may win fights, but survivability win games. If you are playing support, the temptation will be extremely high to focus on the big items you feel make your hero strong. The problem is your job is not to be strong, it's to make your team strong. That one item you think will make you a good support actually just make you a mediocre core. When you win a nice fight, get a part of stack or take tower with your team, it's so easy to buy that component for an ages, or grab a blink dagger to increase your kill potential. Instead, just spend half gold. You just got on sentries, what smokes dust if you need it, and spend the other half working towards the most important utility item your team doesn't have yet. Not only will get you more survivable by having something like that, something like a Vlad's Hellbat Glimmer Force or Crimson Guard, but you may simply win your team the game by providing them the utility and survivability necessary to take advantage of all the damage they are likely to itemize into. Yes. So let's look at the highest upward commons. This one 24, 16, and here 18. I'm gonna read the top 3. Okay, 24. I agree with all these support player, whether I do them all each game, questionable. I have taken up playing POS 5, POS 3, 4 simply because I can't count on anyone playing POS 5 right, and it seems to be the most vital role in pubs. I managed to do like half of this thing right each time, and I still feel like I'm miles above the other POS 5s in my MMR. It's insane. That's one item you think will make you a good support actually just make you a mediocre core where you at Midas first position PS5s. Yeah, maybe I'm doing wrong, but I'm not sure. I'm so sure about the leaving the lane part in the old meta with one offlane. It was clearly like that win a level advantage for your core, go away to help other lanes or even stack. But now with 2 and 2 meta, it's not so easy to leave the lane at minute 5 even if your core got enough levels. The two enemy heroes are the threat and can fuck up easily lane for your core. Of course, you should be looking for opportunities to gang mid or help anywhere, but right now I don't think it's mandatory and most situational depending on the lane matches. Completely agree about the other points though. Leeching XP from a core is much worse than doing nothing. If you are making something happen elsewhere, on the map, then they cannot harass or dive your core without losing elsewhere. It's really just about opportunity cost and making the best decisions. Yes. Okay, guys, that's it for this video. What do you guys do as a support? Put it in the comment section. We can discuss about it. Thanks for watching.